So let's talk about the tariffs. The first half of this year was really that was the main story. You couldn't look at any financial paper or news source and not see tariff tantrum in the headlines. And your industry was highly impacted by this, right? Everything is really manufactured over in Asia, and then a lot of the hash rate is running over here in America. So it's got to cross the Pacific and be loaded up and run over here. So tell us about what those days in April were like for your company. Was it people, were you guys very nervous? Was it scary? Was the business in jeopardy itself? And how have you dealt with those changes? And what is it like moving forward?
Canaan has been a very nimble company over the decade, right? So there's been many disruptions in this industry. China used to be the capital of Bitcoin mining, and all of a sudden the government started to feel they have the responsibility to get it out of China, and everyone moved out, and our client base had to shift from Chinese customers to customers that's 100% outside of China. And we did that shift in 1 quarter, right? In 2020. And, there were, supply chain disruptions, there were COVID. We handled all that, for this company, we have global presence, and we're very flexible. When there is strategic movements, the whole company is, organized and designed to move very fast. I would call some of the fastest company in the world. So when the tariff happened in April, our CEO went to different places to change the supply chain. And because in the beginning of the year, the policies weren't as clear as today, and knock the wood, hope it gets clearer. We were trying to save for our customers. I think the impact came in twofolded. The supply was still very stable because everybody has already placed their orders with foundry partners, and chips are coming out. And we need to get the chips into machines and keep our manufacturing as our cell mining. And then the demand went down because, especially for North American public companies, they have the responsibility to their investors to not make themselves in the position of disadvantaged position against everyone else in this world outside the United States. Because for the higher cost that they manufacture and they produce the same amount of Bitcoin. So many of these companies started to move quicker into AI HPC, and they've been allocating a lot of capital and also strategic movements into AI HPC as opposed to expanding their Bitcoin mining. As of today, many of them still generate most of the revenue from Bitcoin mining, but they don't want to talk about it anymore. So it is that the time when you have to help your customer to overcome a declined valuation on the Bitcoin mining machine, but also keep their return on investment higher, and also in the same time overcome the tariff effects. And but I want talk about how we managed to open our manufacturing base in California, United States. And the California manufacturing facility was quickly set up with some test runs in a matter of weeks. And then, we started to source our parts locally. We started to allocate our engineers over to take a closer look at saving. And now I'm very glad that the manufacturing cost in the United States is actually slightly lower than the manufacturing cost in Southeast Asia. It's kind of counterintuitive, but because the chips are exempted from tariff, that had largely offset the additional cost in manufacturing, labor and power and everything in North American regions. So that gives us the advantage and also help us to source our United States orders and supporting our U.S. customers.
It's a great point, Leo. But I'd also like to add that, again, we're a global company. And while the tariffs had a huge impact on North American or U.S. public miners, we were lucky enough to have relationships outside the U.S. and to be able to pivot and sell more outside the U.S. at that point. So we were lucky to be that flexible in terms of, as a publicly traded company, we were able to make and exceed slightly our guidance for the quarter. So while it was a scary time, we certainly were fortunate enough to be flexible enough to pivot and to, again, do what we said we were going to do for the quarter.
Yeah, and Chris, I'd love your input on this.
Well, I'll just reiterate what Gwen and Leo both said. We've been through different China back and forth over this 12 years, and we've also been through COVID, and it's just following what we need to do and moving it. Back in April, we had to adjust some of the negotiations that we were having, and as Gwen said, we did have resources on other places. But it was just time to change our thinking and set up production over here. And we've been through this before with our Malaysia production, but we did it the right way, right? So we have products coming out of Malaysia that are perfectly ready to be imported into the United States. There's no question of where they came from, national certification, and products ready to be shipped straight into the States. And I think we pride ourselves in that with the last cycle for Bitcoin, our products came into the States and there was no question where they came from. And that's a testament to how responsible our company is and how we watch the market and see what the actual needs are for clients, so that we're producing products that not only run well but also can ship well, right? And this is the same story with the U.S. production. The news is out, right? It's California. So I think that is really interesting, really cool. And it's really exciting to support tech in the United States and have that resource for everyone available.
Are there any other Bitcoin miners that are manufacturing in America now? Or were you guys the first ones to do it?
As much as I know, we are the only company that has disclosed specifically where we manufacture in the United States. There are rumors about other companies producing, but we haven't really read through or seeing anything indicating our competitors are manufacturing from United States.
Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you could drop a like and a share, it would help in our mission to accelerate adoption. If you're looking for more Bitcoin signal, join over 10,000 readers of our newsletter, Bitcoin News Weekly. Every Monday morning, we send out the biggest headlines of Bitcoin to keep you in the know in under 5 minutes. Links below in the description. Then come hang with us live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. We break it all down live on stream with a new guest, and you can add your 2 sats in the chat. See you next week.